Hi everyone, I'm Wolflox and welcome back to SimCity Creator. We are about to get the TP in American Prosperity Age. Hey, Mayor Wolf here? Oh, that's you. I'm Colin, the chief of the Peace Tribe, and I have a request for you. I want to keep Tippy, the name of our culture, intact in this city. Tippy is the pride and glory of our culture. We want it to remain forever. All the old things in the city have been replaced with new ones, but we want this to stay. Originally, this used to be all our land, our home. But we have our pride, and we're not about to ask you to give it all back now. All we want for you is to protect our precious culture. We promise it will be beneficial for you too. That's all I have to say today. Do you understand how important Tippy is for us now? We got it. Wonderful, trust me, you won't regret protecting our culture. The happiness of the city is in your hands. Oh, and we got a secret notice. Peace. I'm sorry to bother you, Master Wolf, but I have big news. Wind City has grown to become an unprecedented metropolis. So to celebrate this occasion, we now have the excellent map. Alrighty. Now we just have to unlock some more buildings, or just the remaining buildings that are, from zones and stuff like that, and then American Prosperity Age will be done and we can move on to global warming, but I'll see you when we have all of that completed. Sorry, real quick, our education level's at 60. That's what unlocked TP as well as the excellent map is what it seems. I'll see you in a bit. Before we move on to global warming age, Master Wolf, I do beg your pardon for my sudden intrusion. My name is Melissa, and I am a sister who serves the Great Spirit, the Grand Peace Church. My sisters and I pray every day to ensure this time of peace and prosperity endures to the next age. But today I have come here to make a request. We've met before. We're going to donate for the last time before the next era to the church. They received 0, and we're going to donate all of the money we have. We've been sitting around in the age, just putting around parks and getting enough money to do this. We'll give up 100,000, and just like that, we'll make sure that the church will make it to the next era. And I will see you, I'm going to bulldoze a few more houses so we can get our population back down, but I'll see you when we move on to the next era. Peace, Wolf. I see you've wasted little time in pressing the button. Oh, we've had our fill of the American Prosperity Age, alright. So let's move on to the next time period. Course, and at long last we will be finally moving into age 4. Age 3 is complete. Well, we've been in age 4 for a little bit, but on screen time for age 4. American global warming age. Finally, modern time. You're growing your civilization from ancient times. The most important thing to take care of now, Earth itself. Present day, global warming age. We already looked through this though, so we'll keep going. But I did want to show that there's a different dialogue if you manage to make your pollution levels not too terrible in the era before. So, Wolf, you've worked hard helping the Sims build their civilization. Most importantly, you've considered nature and the environment, and built your city in a way that doesn't harm the earth. Wolf, I can't begin to tell you what a great job you've done. There's absolutely nothing left for me to say. That is how well you've done. I know that this city's future will be bright with you leading the way. Alrighty then, keep going and see how far you can develop the city. I'm sure the Sims will be overjoyed to have you continue as their mayor. From this point on, you must build a green city that the Sims of tomorrow can enjoy. And we got everything in the memo. Yep. The happiness of this city is in our hands. Looks like we're the Sim Master now too. Alright. This is just going to be the unlock for the high density buildings, but I'll see you when we unlock some new buildings for the global warming age. Sorry to bother you, Master. We're no longer Master. Mayor Wolf. I'm Kevin, and I'm from the Peace Waterworks Bureau. Wind City has made some amazing progress as of late, but have you been having any problems with the city's water supply? If you want to improve on our traditional water towers, might I suggest a water plant? Water plants can provide up to twice as much water as traditional water towers. Not only that, but they're smaller too, which means the city will look much better using them. They have to be within a freshwater pool though, but we can use the fill water tool, so that's not really a problem. But the other thing that I don't think he mentions is that I think they have a slightly larger range too. They can cover a wider area, but yeah, it's easier to build a lot of them, so you don't have to worry about water towers just randomly becoming ruins because they're overstrained. And there's no getting around the fact that they also cost more, twice as much. Yeah, but in this age, once you really get your population going, money isn't going to be a real problem. It's up to you to decide whether we focus on power and size or on finances, Mayor. Anyways, that's my introduction on water towers. Yeah, we got it. Water towers. Those are water towers. So what we did here is basically in the last era, I demolished all of our industry zones. I knew how to make sure our population went back down, so it's easy to raise it up. But essentially, I made the I plus F bar just go all the way over, and we could just spam down all these high density industry, which will make our population absolutely skyrocket. I also, like I have been doing for most eras, I changed the budget around. We're currently losing money, but that won't be a problem soon enough because our industry will start growing. But what we did is we just reduced our hospital and education so that we could hopefully afford it. But I've had budget issues every single time, but we get out of it. It's not usually that big a deal. I don't want to cut funding to police and fire because I just don't want to have to worry about those kind of disasters, but I'll see you when we unlock the next item. There's a new notice. Let's head on over to the mayor's office. Good day, Mayor Wolf. My name is Gil, and I have lived in Wind City all my life. Mayor, I'd like to ask you if you're paying close attention to the city's agriculture. I'd be honored if you consider building a greenhouse. Did you know about semi-annual crops, Mayor? The ones that only let you harvest twice a year? Well, with my greenhouse, those semi-annual crops can produce far greater harvests than ever before. Agriculture is a traditional art that works together with the sun and earth rather than against them. Alright, my guy, chill out. It's just growing food. Lately, thanks to development and industry, it seems that people don't think of much of agriculture now. They have forgotten how the city could never exist without agriculture to provide its food. That's me. I'm sorry, Mayor, I don't blame you for that. I only hope you'll consider taking better care of the nature by using greenhouses in the city. Well, we just spammed out a lot of green parks, so I think we'll be all right. Big parks. Sorry for the long tirade. Was able to get you. Yep, we got it. Happiness of the city is still in our hands. So one thing I did want to show off. I know we've been kind of sitting on it. This big tree over here. So there's a few different things you can do with it. We're not going to really do any of them yet because we still have to unlock a few other things for at least one of the paths that we can do with this tree, and there's also just the path keeping it around. But what I did want to showcase is the church over here. It is now giving us a special event. Hello, Master Wolf. Please pardon my intrusion. Thanks in part to your donations, the Grand Peace Church has been recognized as having historic value and is now classified as a Sim World Treasure. I guess that would be equal to UNESCO's World Heritage Site. This too is surely the will of the Great Spirit. We at the church are truly grateful to you, Master Wolf. The Grand Peace Church will continue its efforts to improve the lives of all Sims. Today I've come here to tell you of the good news and to personally thank you. May you and Wind City continue to enjoy the protection of the Great Spirit. This is amazing, Wolf. A Sim World Treasure right here in Wind City. This is truly the vindication of all of your hard work since ancient times. On top of that too, it seems like this Grand Peace Church will greatly raise the neighboring land value. And if that wasn't enough, it will bring in lots of tourists too, which means a great boost to commerce. And, incidentally, the Sim World Treasure is a title that is bestowed upon various masterworks created by either nature or Sims, which aims to remain as a literal world treasure throughout the ages. The ones that Sims create are called cultural treasures, and the ones that nature creates are called natural treasures. So if we were to classify this Grand Peace Church, it would be a cultural treasure. In addition, buildings that have been designated as SimWorld treasures, they are not permitted to change their shape or be torn down. So be sure to take good care of the church now that it's an official SimWorld treasure. Oh, there's an extra S there. There's a lot of typos in this game. The happiness of the city is in your hands. Alright, it looks like we've unlocked another water facility, the desalinization facility, which is helpful for that river we still got hanging around. I actually would like to try to keep that river around if we could. It's kind of like a challenge. Normally I usually fill in the entire map, but I think with the playthroughs that I've done for the 2 other times we did global warming, I think I've figured out a way to make it work and still preserve land value, so we'll be able to keep our river around. So the desalinization facility, yes, tell us all about it. We can take ordinary salt water from the sea and turn it into a usable fresh water. Sounds like magic, doesn't it? Not only that, but it's so powerful that it can produce 3 times more water than a pump plant. So it's a lot more effective, but it also needs salt water, which if you already filled in your entire map, you're going to be out of luck. But even so, I have no doubt that it can perform a valuable service for the city. Oh yeah, we got it. Wonderful, wonderful. I realize the facility can be more difficult to use, but I know you'll do fine. One thing I did want to make note of is global warming age and how SimCity Creator, in a lot of cases, does kind of pay attention to history. We talked about it in the European Industrial Age with the Franco-Prussian War, but what the game is referencing for the start of global warming age is the ratification of the Kyoto Protocol, which was in 1997. That was the first global push to resolve climate change, global warming, that kind of stuff. And so it's just nice to see that this game tries to pinpoint dates in history that seem to make sense. But that's going to be it for this episode. I'm Wolvlox. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.